Texas Department of Public Safety has announced it's restarting enhanced inspections at border crossings. A surge of migrants has pushed U.S. immigration facilities to their limit. Now officials warn the surge could get even worse as Title 42, which denies asylum seekers U.S. entry, is set to expire next week. Matt Rivers joins me live from Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, and Alex Prochet is in Washington with more on this. Matt, the Texas Department of Public Safety posted a tweet yesterday saying in part, "We hope that frequent enhanced commercial vehicle safety inspections will help deter cartel smuggling along the southern border, and they're hoping to increase safety of the roadways." So what's the latest where you are? Have you seen any of these inspections, and how is this expected to affect traffic, which is the reason these inspections were stopped a few months ago?
Sure, and look, this is the reality at the U.S.-Mexico border, right? If they do more inspections, there's going to be more traffic. I mean, there's already bad traffic at nearly every single point of entry across the entire U.S.-Mexico border, and that will back up traffic. But I can tell you, I mean, if you look behind me, there are hundreds of migrants here. That's the U.S. side behind me. We're on the Mexico side, and this is the Rio Grande, more like a stream in this part than a large river. But those people are waiting to get entry into the United States, or at least be processed by Border Patrol, and a lot of them might end up being expelled right away because Title 42 is still in effect. I can tell you that traffic and what the Department of Public Safety in Texas does is not going to have any effect on these people. And we see other people here on the border who are coming in a number of different ways and who are just walking across the river here and joining this line behind me. So it's very difficult for U.S. immigration officials, no doubt about it, to try and control these flows of migrants. But what I can tell you is that these people have no idea about that tweet from the Texas Department of Public Safety. It's not going to deter many migrants from continuing to go into the United States.
Now, Alex, some lawmakers have pushed for the Biden administration to extend Title 42. Is that a possibility?
Well, Diane, yes, we have heard from lawmakers that have asked for the Biden administration, really urged him to extend Title 42. But what we're hearing from the White House, and this is from the press secretary, is that, look, a court order has asked them to lift Title 42 by December 21st. And right now, the Department of Justice is handling that, and that's going to play out. They don't want to get ahead of that. But one thing that was also mentioned in that same briefing is that right now, there is some optimism from the White House that there could be substantial immigration reform legislation, bipartisan legislation. Now, I say bipartisan-ish because it includes newly independent Senator Kyrsten Sinema and also one Republican right now, Senator Tom Tillis. But there is some optimism. But again, that's something that the White House says are ongoing negotiations they didn't want to get ahead of.
And Matt, El Paso is now talking about busing migrants to transportation hubs like Denver or Dallas to help them get to their final destination. What's the latest on that plan, and are there any other plans kind of being floated for how to handle this?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that the city of El Paso and frankly other border cities as well have to deal with. I mean, what you see in these cities is they're essentially having to deal with what should be a federal issue, which is immigration. But when these people go across, some of them end up being released after being screened by Border Patrol into downtown El Paso. So what happens at that point is that the city of El Paso then has to deal with that. And so they have talked about spending millions of dollars to get those people in other parts of the border, to get them to other cities, as you mentioned, like Denver. But this is something that I've spoken to officials in the city of El Paso about, and they tell me it's a funding issue, it's a dollars issue. The city of El Paso doesn't have millions and millions and millions of extra dollars to deal with these issues, so they're actually requesting money from the federal government to help them deal with this as this crisis continues.
Matt Rivers, Alex Prochet, thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.